Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Peace Mitchell, and today I'm really excited to be celebrating Pitch Day. Before we begin, I would like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land that I live and work on, the Mamu people of North Queensland, and I'd like to pay my respects to traditional owners and elders past, present, and emerging right across Australia and the Torres Strait. Well, today we are here to celebrate Women's Entrepreneurship Day, and celebrations are happening around the world right throughout November. The official day of Women's Entrepreneurship Day is the 19th of November, which is coming up very soon. Today we'll be hearing from a host of incredible women entrepreneurs who will be sharing their vision, their passion, and their excitement for their businesses. We'll also be meeting some panelists who are joining us today. And I would like to begin by introducing them to you. Please join me on stage, Rachel Ferguson and Amanda Thompson.
Hi, nice to be here, Pete.
Wonderful to have you here, Rachel. Now, Rachel, you're here today representing WEDO Australia, and I'd love for you to introduce yourself to us and to let people know a bit about you for people who haven't met you before.
Absolutely. So I'm a podiatrist and I developed a product and a brand called Sync's Body about 12 years ago. And on that journey as a female entrepreneur, I had to go through many stages of business development, whether it was manufacturing, sales, marketing, and I also had to pitch for investment myself to grow and scale my business. So I'm really, really conscious about the fact that many women have these amazing ideas, but we absolutely need investment and we need help to help us get to that next stage. So I'm really super passionate about representing WeDo Australia because I've been an ambassador now for 2 years and I have seen the impact that women have when we all join forces, when we all encourage each other, and when we all help and listen to help women push forward. And that's what this is all about. So thanks for having me, Peace.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you here, Rachel, and you just have such a wealth of experience in this area. So I'm excited for our founders to have the opportunity to share their pitch with you.
Right.
And we also have Amanda Thompson here. Hello, Amanda. How are you?
Good, Peace. How are you?
Really, really good. So, Amanda, for people who haven't met you before, I would love you to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about who you are and the work that you do.
So I think everyone probably knows me by now, but I'm Amanda Thompson and I'm the Director of Endurance Financial, and my passion is women in small business. So I'm thrilled to be here today and I'm in absolute awe and inspired by Rachel and her journey. So I'm very privileged to be sharing this stage with you today, Rachel, and I can't wait to be inspired by the group that we're going to have today.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Amanda. Well, I guess it's time to get things underway and welcome our first speaker to the stage. So please join me in welcoming Jo Stevens from the Zen Zone.
Hello, everybody. Morning, everyone. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Jo. I'd love you to take it away with your pitch.
Thank you, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Hello, everybody. My name is Jo Stevens. I'm the founder of the Zen Zone. And at the Zen Zone, our goal is to enhance and elevate the mental well-being of staff in the workplace who are feeling disempowered and struggling with the day-to-day. Now, many staff members, like my avatar, Lisa, are feeling mentally drained. Lisa is struggling with her mental well-being and has settled for the mundane of every day and has sadly lost her joy. Now, countless others like Lisa have been quietly quitting, which means they have checked out. They are just doing what they have to do and are constantly taking time off for their mental health. In fact, did you know that mental health is the #1 reason for workplace absenteeism? With more staff taking time off, this leaves staff members like Lisa left to take the reins, and this is causing more conflict and more burnout. It is time for businesses to value their greatest resource, their staff. It is time to create real change. Create workplaces that provide their team with tools to self-manage their stress, to reignite that spark and to bring the joy back into the workplace. So how do we propose this change? Well, the Zen Zone has created simple, self-paced and easy to complete online Zenergized programs, which are breathing movement tools that are directed at the supervisor and staff level. Now, the supervisor program provides team leaders with the tools to implement and to encourage staff members to action the program, while the staff programs are strategically broken down into easy, self-paced modules that allow them to quickly adapt the breathing movement tools. Now, both programs work cohesively together to enhance and elevate the mental well-being of all staff members. The Zen Zone Workplace Zenergized programs are designed to not only support someone who is struggling with their mental well-being, but to also provide the tools to self-manage stress. So what is it that I'm needing from you? Connections, reach. I'm wanting to connect with the HR officers, health and safety, mental health first aid, wellness officers. More specifically, I get that word out, is team leaders who work in online customer service sales organizations. I know that I have a program that can bring real change into the workplace. And the key to our success is connecting with the right decision makers. The ultimate goal for the Zen Zone is to create mentally healthy working environments, to give employees like Lisa the tools to reclaim their mental health, and to encourage each and every employee to find their workplace joy and to put the Zen back into their zone. That's me.
Amazing, Jo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right. I might hand over to our panelists now. Rachel, do you have a question for Jo?
Oh, so many, Jo. I mean, what a great business model, first of all, because it is so needed. I think any entrepreneur or, even business cultures at the moment, like stress and managing stress is the most vital thing. And getting that right can make such an impact. So my questions to you is how, at the moment, where are your customers? Obviously, I'm guessing you're selling to big corporates or you're going into big companies. Is that the case?
Yeah, so my target market has been really the mental health first aid officers, those who are training mental health first aid, to give them that tool. That's where it first initiated from, that way to try and encourage their support and give that role, because it's such an important role, tools then to try and get there before things happen, before the stress escalates. That's where I've been targeting at the moment.
And do you sell your business as a package, so as a training package, or are you physically in there training them?
No, it's all online. So the program is done online. So that way they can access it 24/7. As I said, the Leaders program teaches them how to implement it, when to implement it, and then how to bring it into the workplace, where I've broken down each move. There's 5 breathing movement tools, so that way the employees can go in there and do it themselves.
Amazing. And so how many years in are you now?
So I've been in business for nearly 3.5 years now. So yeah, getting there slowly but surely. This program I developed last year. So it's been really quite new actually, and just getting it out there now.
Amazing. So sales are going well at the moment?
Yeah, of course, I'd love for it to be more into the workplace, and that's where I think I'm needing that help, is to get that there to the next level. I've had some good success. I haven't accessed that the program is accessed 24/7, and there's also overseas as well. I can be in the UK, Asia, and the US. So I've got that reach there now. It's just really getting it out there, to be honest.
So I'll hand you over to Amanda, but I just wanted to say that straight away you've actually got something that you can scale, which is very important because it's filmed and it's taped. So the reason I was asking you more about is it you that's delivering it is because once it's just you, it is very hard to scale that and be in all these places at once, but you've actually got something really incredible. So well done. And I think now it's just about measuring that as well and seeing what your success is and making sure that you're tweaking or changing that as you go. But I will hand you over.
Haven't left me that much, Rachel. So maybe the finance person needs to get into the financial side of it. Going on from what Rachel was saying, it's definitely scalable, and seeing as it's fairly new, my first question is, are you just going to your current database at the moment, and how's the uptake of that been in terms of cross-selling to your current database?
Yeah, there has been. It's really been like my connections and those people that I know. I have partnered with another company. It's called The Answer Is Yes, and they actually have the online format for me, and that's why I've been able to take it to the US and to the UK, which is fantastic. So that's been giving me another reach, but still part of that is marketing and myself. And I suppose that's where probably my confidence is kind of like, oh, that's a little bit scary. So it's just finding those right connections, to be honest. I've done all the back work now, and it's just really getting it out there and to the world, really.
Okay. And then, so going on from that, I'm the first aid officer that's taken on the program for my staff. I've gone through it. I feel confident, but where do I go if I need more help?
Yes, so part of the package as well is like there is to get a Zoom one-on-one training with me, and then there's that connection as well where they can reach out to me. That's been happening at the moment, but my goal is I would love to actually have like an app that they can access as well. But then there will be that ongoing training and more access to training if that's what they want as well in the future.
All right, and my numbers question is around capacity. And have you thought, so yes, we've got this scalable model, we all agree, but what is your capacity? So you want connections. My question is, how many connections, and then what kind of strike rate do you think you're going to get from those connections? I
suppose I'm wanting those connections really. I can have it. The strike rate could possibly be there because it's all ready to go. So there's no concern about that. I have the capacity and the team to help me to get to that next level. I suppose it's more the being able to that confidence that I'm desperately needing that next level of and then that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've connected actually with a really great person to help me to build that confidence on my level to get out there and market it. I feel like I'm ready to go, and it's I'm just I feel like I want to make change to the world, and I really hope and I believe that this is the way to do it.
I think you will. Rachel, have you got anything else?
No, I think the only other piece of advice I'll say is make sure before you go to that scaling point that you are getting feedback and you're tweaking and you're changing things as you grow. And then I think the other thing you just need to watch out for is as you grow and scale, that you have the right amount of people that can help be you as such. So can step into your shoes and answer your questions. So a lot of people don't get that part right. So you just want to make sure you train the right people from yourself, and so that consistency maintains as you scale.
Absolutely. That's definitely what I want to make sure that happens. So thank you for that, Rachel.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Jo, for an amazing start to our pitch day. You did a fantastic job, and thank you to our panelists for those questions.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thanks, Jo. Before we bring on our next speaker, we have another panelist joining us. Prashant, please join us on stage.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Sorry, I
Hi,
got a little stuck in other engagements, so it took a little while to get on the program.
That's okay, Prashant. And Prashant, you're here today. Belinda Agnew from Women in Tech Australia was unable to come, and you've stepped in her place. So for people who haven't met you before, I would love you to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you.
Yep. Yeah, sure. So I am through and through developer and a serial entrepreneur. I have found 5 businesses so far, bootstrapped them, and some of them I just scaled up using finance and so on. I have been working with Belinda. Me and Belinda, we run the agency called X Enabler, which is a technical innovation agency. So what we do is we help startup to scale up when they are ready. And we help them buy technology by connecting them with the right investors and so on. So part of that role, I also mentor a lot of startup how to get to that scale through Founder Institute, Climate Salad, SIPB and number of other organizations. Now I actually got invited by Fishburners, so I will be available through Fishburners as well as a mentor. My main area of focus is obviously how to make the product that is successful, user friendly. So I'm kind of a user advocate, what actually makes sense to user. And the other major thing is it aligned to the business strategy? Because coming from developers, I know it firsthand. We love building products that nobody wants to use. And I'm here to change that. So anything around that is my expertise.
Fantastic. Well, we're very honored to have you here today, and we hope you enjoy Pitch Day. So let's keep going.
Looking forward
now.
to it.
Thank
Don't
you.
you love
Can I
the
just
word?
have one question? Sorry, before I
yes.
hand off the mic. So today the pitch that people are presenting, are they raising money? Are they scaling? Are they looking for mentorship? Are they looking for leadership? What's the theme here? Can I just get a very quick summary about that?
Yeah, of course, of course. So these women you'll be hearing from are the graduates of the Women's Business School Accelerate program. So not all of them are asking for funding. They all have an ask, and they'll talk about that in their pitch.
Understand.
So,
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Looking forward to this.
thanks, Prashant. Amanda, did you have something to add?
I just wanted to say I love the words serial entrepreneur.
That means there were many failures, not just successes. That's what it means.
I love it. And it's all part of the journey, isn't it? Yes. Okay, let's bring up our next speaker for today, and that is Gloria. Welcome, Gloria.
Hey, hello everyone.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi.
Well, we'll let you take it away with your pitch.
Oh, thanks very much. Everyday inclusion is everyone's business because it unlocks team potential. The workplace is very different to what we had 5-10 years ago. We are seeing more demographics entering the workforce who didn't before, like women, people of color, people with disability, various sexual orientation, and many more. This is a great thing, don't get me wrong, but it can bring with it challenges for businesses in maintaining team cohesion, how team dynamics will gel, for example, how to create trust in your team. As a Black woman, I have had first-hand experiences of sexism and racism, and my skills were unused in workplaces. They were even pushed aside. So I created everyday inclusion to help leaders understand the problem first before trying to implement solutions to undefined problems. And this is where everyday inclusion comes in. We help businesses to understand the problem, and then they can make their diverse teams more successful. We do this by using 4 C's. They are: 1, consultation. We cultivate strong, trustful collaborations. 2 is comprehensive. We draw on approaches from lived experiences and research to provide best practice for businesses. C, number 3 is careful. We take extreme ownership in how we work with you. And lastly, number 4, creativity. We value every member of your team's uniqueness. You see, gone are the days when businesses could set rigid rules. In today's world, staff are asking for workplaces that are safe, but also respectful for everyone. So if everyday inclusion could design a customized data platform with a user interface to report DEI hazards, incidents, and provide a checklist and resources, we could service businesses so much better. So we hope we can partner with you to build trust in your team so they can be happier and come to work to do their best work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gloria, and congratulations. I love the platform that you've created with Everyday Inclusion. All right, over to our panelists now.
Wow, Gloria, well done. I just want to say how important this topic is, because diversity is a term that's, used a lot, but when people don't understand the impact of what creating diverse teams does in business, and especially when you need to be ensured that you're leveraging, and working with those people in a way that makes sense for them and collaborating together, I think it's very, very needed. So well done, firstly. My question is around, what is your program? Is it software, or is it physical people going into these teams? What's your reach?
Okay, so my reach are leaders, so organization directors, HR directors, CEOs, because we believe that if we can support those leaders, then it's kind of trickle down to their staff. So that's where we start first. And at the moment, we've been using sort of BISCO type service offerings. I've also written a book recently. So my business is about 2.5 years. And so the book also highlights some of those risks for leaders. So what I'm actually after is customize my knowledge. I'm a researcher in social inequity. So I have got worth of knowledge. And the way in which we've been doing business with going in is sort of becoming, we are sort of, people are asking for our services more and more. And what I see is, if I could have a platform to help train leaders, they'll be able to use that. So we don't have to physically be in their workplaces. They can use that and call us in when they need. And this is the bit that, this is the stage that the business is at.
Right. So just to recap on that, so you actually at the moment are physically going in and speaking to CEOs, training them, but you want to now turn it into a more digital platform where people can go in and learn and train and scale that. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Very smart strategy. Well done. So I'm not going to hog you all the time. I'll pass you on. Who would like to go next?
I'm going to just make 2 comments, and those who know me know I am not a technological person. So I think Prashant's going to come on at the right time here. But Gloria, just from a visual aspect, I just wanted to comment on your LinkedIn is amazing, and so yes, I do follow you, and you are there and you consistently show up. So you're doing first, that is amazing. And the second thing is, again, non-technological person, your QR code even on this is such easy access to you. So well done on that. What I'd like you to think about, as Prashant's asking you, again, because I'm the finance person, is some monetary value. Have you done the research into what this app's going, or this platform's going to cost you, and what type of, or who in particular, so to meet your personal needs in terms of inclusion that you want to partner with? So just some of those thoughts would be some advice as well. But Prashant, this is all yours, sunshine.
So there's actually a company in Sydney, they're called Talent First, and they manage data science and make it accessible to all staff. And so I've been talking to them, and what will happen is, we kind of need to pay an upfront fee, because there's going to input their time in designing something that there is nothing on the market. Because what I have is on the market at the moment is Diversity Atlas. Now, that only looks at the demographics entering the workforce. Now, because I'm a researcher in race and I understand social inequities, I do the equity part of DEI, which is the E, and a lot of people don't have skills to do that. So it's kind of a really unique to be able to bring my skills and technology together. And it will be quite useful if we can pull it off. Yes.
If I can go next. So I got many questions, but let's start with the simple one. So with the tool that you are planning to build, Is there a like? Can you like this? Is what I ask every person who's trying to create some solution, right? When we look at the tools, we try to cover everything that we provide at the moment in creating to the tool. Can you identify like not more than 5 features that
Mm,
can actually go out there and people are happy to pay for it, rather
mm,
than all the 50 things that you are providing right now? And that's always a good segue into getting a product digital, rather
mm.
than trying to clone what you have physically, because you won't be able to do it in the first go. Have you
Yeah.
do you have you spoken to someone who can help you reduce those features rather than
Yeah.
like trying to do everything?
Yeah, that's talent first. And so that's their area. Obviously, IT is not my area, but
No, no,
if
not in IT terms, but in the product features. So, for example, you might be providing assessment, you might be providing training, you might be providing a remedy and all that. And they're all important. They all need to go through it. But what's the part that needs to go digital first?
Mm,
Do they all have to go digital
yeah.
to start
So
with?
the way I can explain that is
Yeah,
if you're familiar with WHS
yeah.
processes, which is workplace health
Yes.
and safety. So it's a bit similar because
Mm-hmm.
what we're trying to do is identification of DEI hazards
Mm-hmm.
and incidents, checklists, and resources. So it's sort of, we are not reinventing the wheel. We are using what's already been invented, years
Mm-hmm.
ago and sort of customizing it for DEI. And so
Understand.
it's the same process, a risk registrar. So this is looking at diversity, equity, and inclusion, but more importantly, there are already tools on the market for diversity, which looks
Yeah.
at demographics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I'm planning to do is the E, which is equity, and
Yes.
not a lot of people understands that, and I do
Understand.
because of my research, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's what we are trying to do. It will be a unique, as in there isn't something already in the market.
So,
So we're looking
in
at that.
and are you going to integrate with the other tool that provide the other aspect of it, or are you going to build a standalone system?
It will be a standalone system, but Talent First, they're really clever. They can integrate it within the organizations that we'll be working with, tools that you're already using for reporting. So that side
Understand?
of it, I don't really understand, but that's what they can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Mhm.
understand. Yeah, because
Yeah.
maybe your sell might go quicker if you can integrate with other tools. So, for example, if you have a product that works with diversity atlas or something, then you are literally targeting all the people who are using diversity atlas and saying, "This is what diversity atlas is missing. You can plug in this one." Now all those people can literally buy that. So maybe
That's
something along that line might be a good strategy to look at.
yeah.
um, or
There's also
even yeah, sorry, go ahead.
there's also Not Me, that platform. Again, they don't have the capacity and the knowledge in terms of equity. And so, yes, we can partner with what's already on the market, but providing that specific
Yeah,
aspect of
the tools
DEI.
you have to build, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, how can we help? What do you need help with?
Well, if we could have a meeting with Talent First, they're based in
Mm-hmm.
Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
at New South Wales hub, and we can so yeah, you can look him up. He's Lawrence
Okay.
Pang on LinkedIn. I'm going to uh sort of connect with you on LinkedIn after
Yeah,
this.
sure.
And if we could set up a meeting and just talk for the first instance what they
Mm-hmm.
can do and the costs. I mean, him and I have worked out some costing, but it's all just sort of up in the air because we don't know the exact costing, but
Yeah,
yeah.
my only advice will be to you to like going in any direction. Don't think technology first. Look at the solution and business first, and see which technology can get you there faster and cheaper to start
Yeah.
with, and then add smartness. Like, people get too much rushed into AI and data science too early, and that just blows up the cost
I
unnecessarily.
see.
You already have a knowledge, you already know the process, you just need to digitize it first,
Yes.
and then when you have, like, millions of people using it, that's when AI and data science can help. Until
Yeah.
then, your logic might be even more accurate than actual AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
Thank you.
Gloria, would I be right in, I just want to summarize this so that when people are listening to you, so what I'm hearing is that, one, you'd like to get a meeting with talent first, but you'd actually like someone who is in a space that you can trust to sit alongside you to give you some form of guidance and knowledge when talking technology. Is that right?
Yes, that's one. And also potentially someone that would like to partner with everyday inclusion on this process, for funding purposes. Yeah, we only 2.5 years into the business, so we don't have the capital to even invest in something like this. So yeah, if we can get partnership, that would be even better.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Gloria. It's been wonderful hearing about your vision for everyday inclusion, and I'm excited to see what comes next for you.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye-bye. Bye now.
Thanks, Gloria. All right, let's bring our next speaker up. It's Jane Hardy. Please join me in welcoming Jane.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Jane. Take it
Hi.
away with your pitch.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I am Jane Hardy, mother of 2 boys and founder of Body Mastery. I'm also a woman who has walked through the darkness of healing PTSD, coming out the other side with a loving, compassionate relationship with my body, living life intuitively, and feeling empowered in my body probably for the first time in my life. When we ignore our body's needs, it can leave us feeling stressed, depleted, angry, and unsatisfied. It can compromise our immune system and keep us on the putting everyone else first cycle. Essentially, we are running on empty, which blocks our joy, our pleasure, our creative flow, and intuition. I truly believe it's time for us to create empowered change by putting ourselves first, by filling our cups first, and by choosing to live life intuitively through our own body's wisdom. In fact, my passion and purpose is to empower women to make themselves a priority, to help them cultivate a loving, compassionate relationship with their body, to deepen into self-love, and to live life intuitively in their own body and their unique mastery. This is why I offer online personal meditation sessions, to give you space to reconnect with your body, to breathe, to receive, to rest, to relax, to restore your energy and soothe your nervous system. When you give yourself this space to be still and to receive, it gives rise to being more present in your daily life, grounded in your body, in your center. It gives rise to a more creative flow and intuitive flow, and it deepens you into your truth and your purpose. Also, it helps you cultivate self-awareness, so you are making conscious choices aligned with your that you play in life. If what I'm saying resonates with you, I invite you to book an online personal meditation session with me through my website, bodymastery.studio. Also, if you know of anyone who you feel would benefit from what I'm offering, can you please share my website with them? Can you please share this offering with them? Can you help me spread the word? Thank you so much for listening to my pitch. Thank you so much for this time. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jane, and congratulations on your pitch.
Thank you.
Okay, over to our panelists.
I'm going to go first on this one. I hope you don't mind, Rachel, because I'm going to let the world know we've done some work, Jane, my beautiful Jane, and I am so very proud of you right now. So
Thank you.
I would like to not only share your website, but to have something that I can put out onto my LinkedIn and my connections of what you're offering, a physical thing, so I don't have to go and regurgitate what you've just said. Okay. But because I know you and your business so intimately, I'm going to just take a step back, and if there's time, I'll come back in. But I just wanted to say, well done. So proud of you.
Thank you, Amanda.
That is beautiful. Nothing like a genuine testimonial to obviously say what an impact you're making. So well done, Jane. I probably, like many entrepreneurs, learned the hard way that by not doing all the things that you said, we end up falling in a heap and we are our own worst enemy. So I think the power of the message that you're sharing is so important. I love that you do it online because everyone's busy, right? Not everyone can go places, and I think that's wonderful. And especially with meditation, a lot of people are scared by it, or they don't understand how to do it right. And I know, like, it's just practice. You just have to practice every day, but we're not always so disciplined. So I'm guessing you're a little bit like a coach as well as would that be right in saying that, Jane? Do you coach them on that journey?
Yeah. 100%. So I actually do mentoring as well, but meditation. So the session that I'm offering is an hour to an hour and a half where, for example, if you came in and you had stuff going on, you'd share it with me while I hold space, and then I guide you into the meditation. And then after, we would discuss what is it that you need, is there any homework, and like you say, definitely coaching them and guiding them, giving them tips that they can incorporate into their day that are easily incorporated. And also one of the biggest things that I love to do is help people reconnect with their intuition, because we know what we need. We know what we need to support ourselves. It's just taking the time to listen to that and to create that stillness. So definitely mentoring and coaching is a big passion of mine as well, which incorporates through everything that I offer.
Great. And how are your sales? So how do you get your customers, and what does that look like?
Well, this one is, I've really only just launched this in the last few months since doing Women's Business School. So at the moment, 0, to be honest. So I'm just marketing, building up on that. I've been working on different aspects, like I do in-person meditations locally as well, and run mini retreats. I've just run a successful mini retreat on the weekend. So there's a few different things, but this is why I chose to pitch this today, because I truly believe I see a shift in people within an hour of working with me, and it blows me away every single time. So this is my starting point.
That's amazing. So like Amanda, I can share your things on LinkedIn, and I actually have my own Instagram page that I, at the moment, have just started a series. Apologies. Sorry about that. That's my very loud puppy who is 1. But anyway, I'm interviewing entrepreneurs, and I think what is really important about doing like live interviews is actually understanding what makes entrepreneurs tick and what's important for them. So I'd love to have you on there and talk to you on there more about what you do and your journey. I think that'd be really great. So yeah, let's connect after this. But well done.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I'd love to do that with you, Rachel.
Scale that and get that, to a point where you could record it. An Insight Timer. Are you on Insight Timer? Record some meditations on there. Do you know Insight Timer?
I do. I actually have an online community that I'm developing as well. And I already have that set up where I do like a theme each 6 weeks, and I offer live meditations that are recorded, so everything's in there, and that's an app 24/7 people can access. So that's something that I can scale, because I've always wanted to be online. That has been my blueprint, that I can work anywhere in the world and access, locally. I want to reach as many people as possible. That's my goal, because I believe in what I'm doing and I know it changes people's lives. So yes, definitely I record, and I have looked into Insight Timer, but I'm kind of just through Women's Business School, I've got very clear this year on what I'm offering, and I just need to work with that at the moment. And then, because I've just pivoted it probably in the last 2 years of retweaking everything and I feel like I've just created a beautiful foundation that I need to start watering so it can flourish.
Love it. Well, I will absolutely help you with that. We'll connect.
Thank you so much.
In terms of in terms of like the offering online, Is it like a portal, like an app? What is exact, like, how does it actually work?
The personal meditations are online via Zoom, so it's just like booking an appointment
Yeah, understand.
through Calendly. You can just go to my
Mm-hmm.
website,
Yep.
click on that, and book it. My other services, like my online community, that's been developed on an app called Mighty Networks.
Yes.
Because I wanted it off Facebook. I wanted to be free of Facebook.
Yeah, of
So
course.
if you know that, then you can download the app. But that's I still do personal work in there as well, and that's a different price point. But so you can have personal meditations with me live, and it's like being in the room with me.
Yeah.
Or you can also go into the community, because it's like a support system. I see it as a support system for anyone who works with me and who wants to continue receiving.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm looking at your website right now, so I'll definitely check it out and spread the word. Yep.
Oh, thank you so much, Prashant. Thank you.
Always.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jane, and congratulations on your business. It's really coming together, and I'm excited for you. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, Peace. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. So grateful.
Thank you. All right, I'd love to introduce our next speaker. We have Justine Martin. Please join us on stage, Justine.
Hi.
Hi, Justine. Let's take it away with your pitch.
Okay, let's go. Hi, everyone. I'm Justine Martin, and I'm from Justine Martin Corporation. 11 years ago, I was told that I'd never be able to work again, yet here I am running 6 businesses. Today, I'm focusing on my business resilience mindset. Now, over the course of the last 10 years, I've had 3 heart surgeries. I've had 3 bouts of primary cancers at once, all while dealing with EMS. Every time I've been ill, I get flowers, and lots of flowers. Now, I love flowers when they're out on a bush. What I don't like is receiving lots of flowers and then having to watch them die in front of me. It's just a morbid thing in my mind. I thought there's got to be something better out there. So I've come up with these. These are little jars of positivity. So they're suitable for anyone that's in hospital. You can send them a jar of positivity, especially if they're in ICU, because you're not allowed to have flowers in ICU. They also act as jars of affirmation. They're great for teenagers. They can pull out 1 word a day, focus on that word. I've also got jars of love. There's jars of hugs. There's jars of hope, and there's jars of bleeps and naughty words as well, because not everyone likes the prissy stuff. They're actually one of my best sellers. They're small enough that if you buy a jar of love, that you can take one of them out and it'll fit into one of my cards or any greeting card, and you can post it to someone, because everyone loves getting stuff in the mail, and we don't tend to do that anymore, especially when people are facing adversities. I'm also selling to corporate. So if you're doing a function and you want some really strong, powerful words, like empower, they can become table decorations as well. There's so many different uses for these words. You can stick magnets on them, and I've just got them here quickly to show you. And you can stick them on your fridge if you're a magnet person. Not everyone is, so there is an optional extra of having the magnets there. So what I'm really looking for today is someone that will buy them wholesale off me, that will stock them in a retail situation, that will use them in their corporate functions, and that's about it from me.
Thank you so much, Justine, and congratulations. All right, over to our panelists.
If no one's going to jump in, I'll dive right in, Justine. So well done, firstly. Not only obviously have you had a lot of adversity yourself, and I know because I met you at the Osmompreneur Awards too, but 6 businesses, like amazing, like well done. I'm assuming
insane, but thanks.
I know, but it takes a special kind of entrepreneur to actually have that resilience and fight forward. So well done. I love the idea of this, because as much as I love flowers too, sometimes when you get lots of them and all at once, it can be, a waste, and, they die and you have to water them. And I think that is such a beautiful idea. So how long have you had this business for, is my question?
So Resilience Mindset has been going now for about 3.5 years, and that's me doing keynote speakings and books and courses and everything. But this is just an added on piece of merchandise. I saw a need for it in the market and developed it, and it's still early stages with it. So these have only been out on the market for around about well, I took them to Osmum's, but they were in bags, and the bags just didn't feel right to me. The packaging wasn't right, and then I found these little jars, and I like the idea of the jars because you can actually see them better through the jar. They're easier to post as well. They're not up on the website yet because that's how new they actually are, but they'll be up there in the next couple of weeks. And we've been developing labels and everything like that for it.
And okay, so I think I can see some huge opportunity for you either within the gift industry. So you know how you have online, I know myself when I go to buy someone a gift, I'll go on to where the hampers are, where you can select the things that you like yourself, because I like to make it a bit more personal. And if I saw something on there, I would add that in quite easily. So I think you should absolutely target some of those gift, like Hamper Emporium and some of those places where you can actually select individual gifts. And the same with like hospitals, like the gift stores in the hospitals would be a great avenue as well. For you to have a look at, I would say, is my first two. Having them on your website, selling them would be great, but I feel like the people that are most likely going to go for that is going to be online and something where they can package it all together and send it to someone. But you've got some great ideas there. How capacity-wise, like how much can you produce at the moment? Do you manufacture them or do them yourself?
No, I've outsourced that one. I've realized I can't do it all myself.
Yeah.
I've got 3 suppliers for them. So 2 for the wooden ones and 1 for the plastic version as well. But it's just capital. I need capital behind me as well to get more people printing them there, because they are at this stage made in Australia as well, which is a nice
that is lovely, not having to worry about freight. Even what you could do, and I'm just going to put this out there and then I'll hand you over to Prashant and Amanda, is focus on your bestseller, because sometimes we try and diversify so much on so many different types and then we have to produce so many and have so many in stock. If you could pick one and really target and drive that first, get some proven sales, you could then put that into the other ones to get the quantities up, because it is very hard when you have to have 1,000, 2,000 units of each style, each type. So I'd probably look at where most of your revenue is coming from, what people are most interested in, and try and push that one first.
And I've been doing that. I've been doing markets just as a form of trying to get a feel on what people are wanting. And that would be just the jars of positivity themselves, not the jars of love or hugs. So I had them all made just to see which ones people were thinking. And there's a 50-50 on whether they want the plastic ones or whether they want the wooden ones.
Wow.
Some people organic and some people don't mind. The bright colours appeal to some. So but definitely jars of positivity.
Yeah, pitch one type to a particular brand, but keep going, because they are very unique and they're very different, and the gift industry is huge. It's growing at a great rate. It certainly hasn't slowed down even with everything else that's happening. So I will pass you on now to Amanda.
Thank you.
Great pitch, and it's our first physical product pitch, and I love that we can see them in the background. I love that you had them and explained their uses, so congratulations on that part. I agree with Rachel in terms of where I believe the best way forward is for you, and that is to collaborate. In essence, go to the hamper companies, go to the flower companies that have that add-on, because as I said, if you see that as an add-on, that's an easy sale for you. So your selling is to those entities already. That's where I see that same fit as Rachel. My question is, are they glass jars?
They're plastic. So they're lighter to post. It's less in postage, and I don't have to worry about them breaking when going through the post.
Yeah. You're on to something here. So you need to, I understand the capital side of it, but you need to research, and again, this is not my area of expertise, but those domains where you can get that on in terms of where to sell them other than just your website.
Yeah.
That's where your research needs to
It's
go.
funny you say that, because I actually have interviewed 2 hamper people on my Resilience Mindset podcast. So they're the first 2 people, and if they're watching today, Sandy, I'm going to contact, and that was on the list to do as well. So I'm glad that someone else has said it as well.
I'm just gonna give one simple advice or question or whatever. Wherever you see flowers selling, your product need to be next to it. That's simple as that. So find biggest platform where the flowers are selling, and then try to list your product there. Even if in the beginning they don't want to stock them, if they're just happy listing them, go for it, and then it's starting, they will want to stock them. So find every single platform where flowers sell and just see if you can list them there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and one more thing I would suggest is the jar of happiness. I understand. Can you is there a way you can market them that is like sounding similar to flower? Because if you're targeting online market, you want to come up in every search where people are searching flowers, not hampers, flowers, because that's a replacement for flower. They are searching for flowers. So it's an SEO job, literally. Like wherever people are searching for flowers, they should come up across your product, and that's how you can block the sale.
Great idea.
Yes, so
Thank
probably
you.
some marketing or branding or naming exercise there to make sure that wherever someone is searching flower, your product comes along. I know the name is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I'm a technical person and I always look at how can I sell this thing, and it matters. Or maybe even a tagline like not just your flowers or whatever, can actually connect it with them, and that can it makes it remember that choosing instead of flowers, or better than flowers, or not just flowers, anything like that can really take this off, even without changing too much, because that gives you that vehicle to piggyback on.
Your experience is there on that, Justine, because you've lived it. So all you have to think about is, and you said at first, like ICU where flowers aren't allowed. It can be, there's things like that. You can play with your taglines in terms of, keep the name. But as Prashant said, if you find out where you can stock them with that concept, because people will look, I'm again, the non-tech person here would be like, what else do I send other than flowers? That's how I would actually put into straight, or alternatives to flowers for hospitals. That concept, you start thinking about that and you'll get your taglines.
Yep, cool. Love it. Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Justine, and congratulations on your new product. That's very, very exciting and something I haven't seen before. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your time today.
Thanks so much. All right, let's welcome our next guest, Tarasai Shinya. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Tarasai. All right, over to you with your pitch.
Thank you, Peace. You know how difficult it is when you develop a terrible state of homesickness. Imagine being in Africa with the music and the drums playing and the locals wearing vibrant, colorful prints and accessories. Nostalgia, yes, that's right. That wistful and yearning to return to some past period or irrecoverable place. Hello, everyone. My name is Tarasai, Zimbabwean owner of Savannah Fashions. I moved to Australia some years ago and developed the terrible homesickness. I developed a need to wear quality clothes that represented clothes and accessories that represented my identity, my cultural background, that showed bold, vibrant, colorful African prints. I also wanted to share my culture, especially being a mom of 3 children. I wanted my children to appreciate my culture, their culture. I'm proud of who I am and my cultural background. I'm knowledgeable about my culture and also other countries' cultures and dress. We celebrate ethnicity and cultural diversity and the person that you represent. We are about the freedom to express who you are through your clothes and accessories. Savannah Fashion was born from my deep love of my culture, love and passion for my culture. We sell unique, quality, and affordable clothing and accessories. Have you ever looked for clothes and accessories that you could identify with or that matched your cultural background and struggle to find exactly what you need? We are now the solution for moms. We are about belonging. We are about the community, a culture, a movement to cherish and uphold our heritage, our children, our grandchildren, and the community around us. I asked today I asked for assistance today to reach my goals and fulfill my dreams. I'm looking for financial investment to grow my business and market and digital marketing expertise. With regards to financial investment, we have 3 unique products that we have been limited to launch due to lack of funding. We have African unique, African-inspired activewear, our fascinators, and our bridal wear. Last, we had samples, but we tested them sometime last year. But due to feedback and due to an unreliable manufacturer, we were unable to launch them. We have been able to find a new manufacturer. We have tested, we have tried them, we have sampled our activewear. And a year later, we have found a new manufacturer. We have the perfect activewear ready to go. And we're looking to grow big. We are looking into selling and distributing our products. My aim is to see some of these products in the big departmental stores. With digital marketing, we're looking for digital marketing expertise and guidance to market our products on social media. TikTok, I'm not an expert and I'm struggling. So if anyone can help me out there, I'd really be appreciative. Even if it's Facebook ads, it might sound simple to you, but to me, it's a mouse. It's difficult. Thank you. Thank you, Peace and Kate and the panel for this great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tarasai, and congratulations on your pitch. Such beautiful storytelling. All right, over to our panel.
Rachel's going to want to jump in on this one, so I'm getting in first. Tarasai, I have goosebumps. So the way you have delivered that pitch has just reached my core. So congratulations on that. It made me want to listen to exactly what you were asking for. So well done on the start of that. Also, congratulations on asking for financial investment. I think that's an amazing thing to be able to weave into a pitch, and you did it successfully. So now I go into the finance part of it because I know Rachel's going to have a lot more of it. I think it's great, following on from what we were just speaking about with our last person, Justine, the fact that you've narrowed it down to a few specifics to start with is a great thing. What I want to ask you is a few questions. I want to know your reach already. So if someone invests in you, where are your customer base? So where are you already out into the world? And 2, where would you put the dollars? So if someone was to give you money, where would you invest it?
Thanks for that, Amanda. So I'd like to think I'm heavily connected with the African community, and a large part of my target audience comes from the African community. I've largely been focusing on selling these products, especially the activewear within women groups. I'm really into working with women. So that is largely my target audience. It's, African women that have moved also to Australia, and they share the same sentiment that, I might go through, which is nostalgia. Now and again, I'm like, oh my God, I miss home, but I really love being here. And in terms of where would I put and invest these products, I'm actually really looking at I think the activewear, these 2 products especially. I found that last year, the demand, I actually had to stop selling them because I was getting worried about the negative feedback, and I pride myself on getting 5-star reviews. But at that time, I thought I had a good product. but unfortunately I didn't, and I needed to learn the hard way. And I thought, I'm not going to keep selling this. It doesn't really represent what I, the image I want to portray. So I know that certainly there is a demand. There's nothing like the active way that there's nothing in the shops. They were very popular, but I had to stop. But now I'm actually wearing a pair myself. But they're
Do
really.
it well. Do it well. You can't see you properly.
I'll show you.
Hello.
I don't know whether you can see them, but they're a bit.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know whether you want me able to see them. So I'm wearing a pair, but they're bright, they're bold, exactly, what I represent. And I know that the communities out there, and irrespective of the African community, I do also, share my culture across many communities. And I'm really about, cultural diversity, multicultural. Yeah, so irrespective, I know the market's there.
Okay. And where are you going to put the money into your business if you are successful in finding someone to back you?
I have already found someone, and I would be putting them into buying the products, and making sure I've got a supplier. I'll be honest with you. Currently, I have been reliant on more pre-orders, but I think that hasn't necessarily been the most or the best option, because, as you know, sometimes you want to be able to walk into a shop and just purchase what you want without being told, please wait for 3 weeks. And ultimately, with regards to the pre-order, it does take a while because the manufacturer I'm working with does have a minimum order that they would expect from me. So currently I've been limited. So it's certainly they would be going to, priority would be the activewear.
Right, Rachel, I know you're just dying. Go for it.
So many questions. But Prashant, would you like to go first?
Mainly, like, once you have got the apparel, the manufacturing sorted, how are you actually going to the market apart from your website?
So apart from my website, and in the women's groups, I'm also known quite a lot amongst like African festivals, or I'll tell you, like, next week I will be having a store at the 3-day African festival, which is the biggest in Australia. It's in Melbourne, at the Federation Square. I do also frequent the Jamaican festival, Sounds of Africa. So I have tried to spread my networks around. So I know that, I want to work hard and get my products out there. So other than my website, there's many other options.
The other thing I got regarding the finance is, have you tried crowdsourcing this?
No, I haven't. So I've always, other than working with my family and my husband, who is so tired of hearing me. It's funny that since doing the Women's Business School, I've always been sort of really limited and looked at, within myself and within my family. So that would be something that I'm open to any ideas.
I think that might be because
against even partnering and things like that. But I've learned quite a lot, and I'm now looking and exploring other options. So I'm definitely interested in,
probably crowdfunding. Like, I looked at your website just now, and I looked at the apparel. They look beautiful, and I think crowdfunding is probably a very good way to go, because what you need to do is put all the apparels that you are planning to manufacture on the crowdfunding, and say we need to sell 1,000 copies of each of them, or 100 pairs of each of them. All people are doing is pre-ordering. They're not really investing on that. They're saying we need, and there are campaigns that has been very, very successful with that model, and your product looks like it can really benefit for them. So get your manufacturer how much is the minimum order that you need, and then take the order a bit more than what is required, and then go list them on the crowdfunding, saying buy each of them, Once it reaches goal, we need 4 weeks of like initial sale, and that
Okay.
way you will basically, you don't need to have a product, because people who are buying, they're saying, oh, I would love that, I'm happy to give like $40 right now, I'll receive it later on,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
This is probably a perfect product for that. So
All right.
probably
Okay.
try
Thanks
that.
so much. How do I
Yeah.
get more information around this?
Just search crowdfunding. You will be amazed. So look at the one product to look at, which has been very, very successful in crowdfunding, is water purifier bottles, which are
Okay.
very unique products. So what they do is, the bottles, basically you can put any water, like literally any mud water or whatever. It purifies that water within 2 minutes or something, and then you
Okay.
have a drinkable mineral water in that. So that product was actually crowdfunded like this only. They put the
Okay.
bottle out there. They were like, we need to reach like $10,000 goal, and then people just bought them. They were like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then they got the bottle like a year later or something. They don't mind. Crowdfunding is known for this kind of products. So probably that's
Okay.
the best avenue. Yes, obviously look at other options and all that, but if you can pre-sell, and this is literally you pre-sold them. So once you go and sold them and do that first batch, then you go to investor and say, look, I just sold like 1,000 of this one, so I just proved that there's a market, people want to put money against that, and then everything else becomes easier after that.
Okay. Thanks for
Yeah,
that. Thank you, Prashant.
not a problem. Thank you.
I agree with everything Amanda and Prashant has said. I know you said you're being completely honest, as in you're worried about doing pre-orders, but I actually think your business is perfect for doing pre-orders, because that is your community. So you need to leverage that community. You need to build that community, involve them in everything, and even use some of them as testers. So you're not having to worry about, trying things that don't fit right. You could maybe pick 5 or 10 testers and actually give them sample products to give you feedback when you're designing activewear, because activewear is very personal. And if you don't get the right fit in the leggings, or you don't get the right feel when you're working out, when you're doing different activities, sometimes they don't work. So you definitely want to avoid ordering a lot of those. But the other thing, so I love actually what Prashant said about doing crowdfunding. I think it's perfect. It's a great way to get you started and just pick a few styles. But another thing is your margins. If you're manufacturing in Australia, you need to really look at your margins, because, and really work out and speak to some of your customers and figure out what they're willing to pay, because activewear is expensive. But when you're running a business manufacturing, you need to have solid margins, like 70% margins, 60% margins. You need that money in there, because otherwise you need to reinvest that money in more stock and be able to market it. So if you don't have high enough margins in the beginning, you're going to run out of cash really fast. So my advice would also be to look at other places to manufacture. Once you get, your designs sorted, what are some other countries you can look at? Is that Vietnam? It's great to have Australian made products. You just have to know that your customers are happy to pay for it. And sometimes that's a conversation when you're building that community. You'll get that feel from them, whether or not they are willing to pay $130 for a pair of leggings, or because your designs are beautiful, and the people that are going to feel so passionate about your products are probably going to be really willing to keep buying more from you. So once you've got those customers, they'll keep coming back. So I think what you're doing is amazing. Keep leveraging the pre-orders. And another thing that might be helpful for you is to do some e-commerce training on launch strategies, so that you're doing your launch, you're doing the right build up for them. So a lot of people don't understand, you can't just launch a product and put it out there the next day. Like, you need to do that build up. You need to build your email database and that, leverage that community. So some training, there's all different types out there. There is e-commerce uncomplicated by Lisa Williams, that she has a really good podcast, and I'm actually one of her programs, but she has even basic programs for people who are learning those stages of really doing launch strategies well. So I think that would be worth looking into.
Thank you so much.
And following on from that, Rachel, I agree, e-commerce, because I have a 20 and a 16-year-old daughter, and all they look at on Instagram, the both of them, is activewear. And I know what activewear is launching more than my own stuff on what day, because they tell me. So hone in on your target audience as well, and don't discount that age group of female, not just us mums, because my kids are mental for activewear at the moment. Yeah. So
hi.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tarasai, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now it's time for our final presenter for today, Vanessa Atenzia Hippolito. Please join us, Vanessa.
Hi, good day, everyone. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you here, Vanessa, and over to you with your pitch.
Thank you. Are you age 40 to 40 and never had a screening mammogram? Do you know that the National Screening Program is available for women from 40 onwards and also for women from 75 and onwards? Are you 50 or over and never had a mammogram? You are overdue. 40 to 49 years old women is a very important age because this is our age group. These are the women with young kids. We're busy, we're moms, and it is an important age because we have another 40 to 40 years of our life. It is important age because screening in this age group can save more lives, and screening delayed diagnosis in this age group can lead to advanced stage breast cancer and lead to early death. Do not wait until you're 50 to get a mammogram. Do you know that what it means by early breast cancer detection? It means that finding cancer or a lump as smaller than this bead, can you see it? And which can be only seen either on mammogram or an ultrasound or for both or not both before you can even feel it, before a doctor can feel it. That's what it means by early breast cancer detection. Approximately 57 Australians will be diagnosed with breast cancer every day, and 5 women will die from breast cancer every day. Australia is one of the best breast cancer survival rate in the world. In fact, the 5-year survival rate is 91%. And thanks to the advancement in clinical trials, research, screening, advanced treatment, and prevention, which is available now in this country. That is why we exist. I am a mom of 2 kids, a wife, an author, leader, speaker, multi-award entrepreneur, a senior lecturer at Curtin University and UWA Medical School, and a triathlete. I am a medical doctor for 25 years, and I'm a specialist breast radiologist for 14 years. Women's Breast Imaging is one of the first private breast imaging facility here in Australia, and it is the first private screening program or center, and the only one in Western Australia providing a boutique experience and a one-stop shop care for women, men, and pediatrics. Women, our referrers, the doctors, who are also our clients, choose to come to us for their care due to expedited turnaround time of radiology reports. Women prefer to come to us because we provide a thorough screening and diagnostic breast test, which includes the 3D mammogram, which is a better mammogram. It is an advanced technology being used worldwide for more than 6 years now. It is supplemented by screening ultrasound, and if needed, a biopsy, generally done all in one place, all in one day. This is very important and is a unique service, particularly for busy moms like you and me, and men, and the underserved community. It's very important because, especially for women coming from remote or regional Western Australia. This unique service is preferred by women, especially our breast cancer survivors who have been coming to us for more than 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, over 30 years. And I'm honored that they are loyal to us. And it helps reduce the undue anxiety of waiting time. This is our unique point of difference. We at WBI, it is our mission to educate women regarding the advanced technology available for early breast cancer detection and diagnosis. We have a compelling passion to help, serve, provide comprehensive care, and raise awareness of the importance of preventive medicine, which will empower women to be their own health advocates. We strive for novel innovations. We are here to continue the treasured legacy of women's and breast imaging. It is an honor and privilege to provide breast care for the women of Western Australia. According to the Talmud, if you save a life, it is as though you saved the world. Help me save more lives. Together, we can change the world. Thank you for having me today, and I'm grateful for your time.
Thank you, Vanessa, and congratulations on your pitch. Such wonderful work that you do. Okay, over to our panelists.
So I got a question here. I do understand the the need and offering and everything. What is the ask here? Do you want us to help reach more people? You want us to where do you need help?
I'm just pitching women's breast imaging as the what do you call this? Center of Excellence for Women's Breast Health. And to help me save more lives, to follow me on my social media and spread my messages to your loved ones, to your relatives, because it's like saving lives online too.
Of course. No, that definitely matters. And I do understand because my mom did got detected by the breast cancer by using one of the services. And that's how she had an operation and she survived. So I do understand this completely, and totally this is the right thing to do. And it is it is widespread than people realize. So I think the main thing we can do is on social media and everywhere we can spread the word. But congratulations, I think this is very, very needed solution, and I'm sure it's going to make some lot of difference in the lives. Yep.
Thank you, Prashant.
So first of all, I'm going to make an appointment to come and see you, Vanessa, because I'm also from Perth, and I have turned 40 this year, and I did not know that we're actually allowed to get mammograms yet. So that was one key takeaway for me just now. And in the last week, I've had two friends have friends that were diagnosed with breast cancer, really severe, late stage breast cancer. And I think these numbers are insanely growing at such a rapid rate, and we need people like you doing these early detection, and not only that, but talking about it. So I'd also love to talk to you about it as well on a live Instagram. So I'll connect with you after that. But first of all, just well done. I think if there's any way you can look at somehow scaling what you're doing, I think that would be really important. And I don't know what your goals are. I don't know whether you plan on opening more of these clinics outside of WA. Do you?
I am opening and scaling up in the south of the river. Next year, watch the space. And I'm also writing my book. It's a solo book, and it's a breast guide. Watch the space.
Amazing.
And you can help me spread the news. Thank you.
Yeah. More you are talking about it, you're very passionate about it, and you're a doctor. So, and obviously I've just followed you on Instagram, so I know you've already started with your page and awareness. And I think the more people you can speak to and get that out there, the more people you're going to save. So we'll absolutely get on board for that. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. So I again have a story, and my story is that at whatever age I am, I had a huge breast cancer scare before age of 40, and I'm blessed enough to have private health and have already been in a system. But I do know of people in Melbourne where our systems are absolutely clogged time-wise to even get things like mammogram. And I think that's a really huge differentiation for what you're offering, if I understand, is just that capacity and the availability of a private centre in that sense. So I think that being able to get this word out, especially in your area in that sense, is really important, so that the differentiation of just our public healthcare system in Australia for things like that. So my question to you around that is capacity. Are you booked out? What's the appointment wait time like?
So we are fortunate as a private imaging facility, even during COVID, when the National Breast Screening Program closed down for 5 weeks, we remained open. And it's very important because breast cancer does not stop. And so women are still coming to us, although reduced numbers because of the COVID scare. And so in terms of our wait time, so as a private imaging facility, we can fit in. So we support the National Breast Screening Program, Breast Screen Western Australia, if they are overbooked or patients are waiting for a long time for their assessment. So they prefer to come to us because we can facilitate the further diagnostic tests and biopsies within a week. And if we see you today and do the mammograms and ultrasound and biopsy, your result will be available within 24, 48, or 72 hours. So within a week or two, you will be able to see your GP for result and see a breast surgeon within that time frame. So everything is expedited.
And that's huge, Vanessa. So from a business strategy perspective, and it's a really difficult thing, and I'm sure that the panel will agree with me, when you're really passionate about something like you are, sometimes we do find it hard, and let's use the word, to sell our services. But if you can think of this in a broader essence, by really articulating what you do and where you do it and how and where you stand above the crowd, that will start that flow through. So that scaling will actually get your passionate message out there as well. So you don't necessarily need to feel that just the message of getting breast imaging out there is important. Let's get your particular business out there because that will flow on. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you, Amanda. That's really very.
Just following on from what Amanda said, another way for you to do it is possibly to franchise and have someone in each state that would be your leader, your doctor, that would franchise stores for you. Because I could see this being huge. Like I said, I did not know that I could get a mammogram. That's not the education that we're given at this age. I think you have to be, unless you have someone in your family with breast cancer, they don't tell you. So I think, like, already now I've looked and gone, I'm making an appointment with you. I think the more of these clinics you can, open, the better. Well done.
Thank you. I've been thinking about that for a long time.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Vanessa, and thank you to all of our panelists. So that concludes Pitch Day for today. We're back again on Thursday with some more of our founders who will be presenting. But I really wanted to thank each of our panelists for being here today, and just wanted to ask, do you have any final comments or pieces of advice?
How inspiring were these women? My goodness. So inspiring, so passionate. That's obviously a credit to the Women's Business School too, Peace. Bringing these amazing women through that journey, because, pitching, like we've seen today, isn't just about cash. It can be about, connections, like that one person that might introduce you to someone else who will introduce you to someone else, or, just knowing and connecting and expanding your horizons is so important in business. So well done to everyone.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rachel.
I agree, and I'm sure you can testify to the before and after of many of these women, Peace, but we see the after, and it's been very, very impressive today. The only bit of advice I would give to anyone, and it's not a do as I do, because I am still learning it after years in business, is don't be afraid in what is a safe community here to practice actually articulating exactly what it is that you want. So you aren't going to hurt anyone's feelings. The worst people are going to say is no, or give you some advice on how to rephrase that. So if anyone is looking to pitch again, and you know what, if you want to pitch, I'm happy to do as many of these as you can facilitate, Peace, because practice makes perfect, or practice actually could expand what it is that you're looking for and articulate to yourself what it is you need. So don't be afraid to ask for money. Don't be afraid to ask for certain exact connections that you're looking for. That would be my only bit of extended advice.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Amanda. Prashant, any final comments?
So, of course, like, great initiatives and some of the great businesses out there, and they're trying to create some wonderful things. One piece of advice that I can probably just pass, which I have learned the hard way, is that sometimes be objective about what you need. So subjective ask is obviously, great, and people will say nice things, but you wouldn't get what you need. So if you want to ask something, be objective what you need. Like I always get asked for people, and I say, look, I know many people, but if you want to get something done, if you can screen down which organization, which level, and which person do you need, I can probably find connection much easier, because then you are doing the heavy lifting and you're just asking me to make the connection. So whether it's connection, whether it's finance, whether it's scaling, whatever, probably come up with an objective ask. You will probably benefit better, and not just to me or this panelist. Wherever you go, ask objective things and you will get better results.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Well, thank you everybody who's been here watching us live today in the audience. Thank you to everybody watching on the recording. Congratulations to each of you who have pitched today. It's been wonderful hearing your stories. And thank you so much to our panelists, Amanda, Rachel, and Prashant, for being here and giving your time. And we look forward to seeing everyone again on Thursday for our final event as part of our Pitch Day celebrations. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Bye everyone.